Hey, Michelle, are you okay? What's this about being hospitalized? Answer me. Why aren't you responding?
Oh, Amy, thank you for checking your voicemail. Actually, I got a high fever of 104 degrees Fahrenheit. When I rushed to the hospital, they said I should stay admitted for a while.
What? 104 degrees? Why didn't you tell me earlier? You could have at least sent me a text message.
I'm sorry, everything happened so quickly. I didn't want to worry you while you were at school. I barely had time to grab my phone before they took me. The fever came on really suddenly during lunch. I was trying to protect you from worrying. I thought I could handle it myself, but it got worse so fast.
Well, I'm worried now. What exactly did the doctor say? Why didn't you notice earlier that you were getting sick? Were you just ignoring the symptoms? This is so like you, always waiting until things get bad. You should have said something sooner.
Besides the fever, apparently several of my vitals are low, plus my cough is pretty bad, and they say I'm developing pneumonia, so they want me to stay hospitalized. I thought it was just a cold at first, but it got worse really quickly. The doctors are running more tests. They're concerned about my oxygen levels. I really didn't expect it to be this serious.
Developing pneumonia? Is it that serious? So you don't know when you can be discharged from the hospital? This is so inconvenient. What am I supposed to do without you? I have my club activities this week. Who's going to drive me to practice? And what about my lunch for tomorrow?
I understand it's so sudden. The doctors are monitoring my condition closely. Maybe you could take the bus to practice, and I'm really sorry about the lunch.
Can't they just give you medicine and send you home? Why do you need to stay there? It's just a fever. Mrs. Smith next door had a fever last week and she was just fine. She didn't need to stay at the hospital. You're being so dramatic. Everyone gets fevers. You're acting like it's some huge deal.
The doctors can't say until my numbers improve, so I hate to ask, but could you manage on your own for a while? Your father's away for work, and though I contacted him, I think it would be difficult for him to come back. The doctors are worried about my oxygen levels. They want to monitor me overnight at least. I really wish I could come home, but they say it's not safe. I can barely walk to the bathroom.
What? Manage things on my own? Of course I can't handle that all of a sudden. You know I've never had to do things by myself. What am I supposed to do about dinner and breakfast and my laundry? You always take care of everything. I don't even know how to use the rice cooker. This is ridiculous. How am I supposed to survive? Do you expect me to starve?
Don't worry, you're a high school student now. I left some money in the living room just in case. Could you use that for your meals for a while? The rice cooker has instructions on the side, and there are leftovers in the fridge from yesterday. You can heat them up in the microwave. I wrote down the settings. That's enough for 2 days.
No, that won't work even with money. You know I hate takeout and convenience store food. I don't want to gain weight, so I need low-fat, nutritionally balanced meals. I need you to cook for me like usual. I can only eat homemade cooked meals. Do you want me to get fat? My diet plan will be completely ruined. Do you know how many calories are in convenience store food? All my friends will notice if I gain weight. This is going to ruin everything.
Even if you say that, I'm hospitalized, so there's nothing I can do. I physically can't cook for you right now. Maybe you could try making a salad. There are pre-washed vegetables. The dressing is in the door of the fridge. You just need to put them together.
Then just leave the hospital. It's just a fever. You're being too dramatic. Come home right now. You're probably just laying there watching TV anyway. The hospital is boring, right? You'd be more comfortable at home. Stop being so selfish. Think about someone else for once. What kind of mother abandons their child? Are you enjoying your little vacation there? Must be nice to just lay around all day while I'm suffering here.
What? When I'm developing pneumonia? The doctors say I need to stay. My oxygen levels aren't good. They've hooked me up to monitors. I can barely breathe on my own. Please try to understand my condition.
You always overreact about your health. Remember when you thought you had the flu but it was just a cold? Remember that time you thought you sprained your ankle? It wasn't even swollen. You're such a hypochondriac. Remember the time you went to the doctor for a headache and it was just stress? You're always making things seem worse than they are. Always running to the doctor for nothing. Always making everyone worry for no reason. This is just like all those other times.
No, this time it's different, Amy. The doctors are very concerned. They've done several tests. This isn't like those other times. The x-rays show fluid in my lungs. My blood oxygen is dangerously low. They're talking about more aggressive treatment.
It's fine. Pneumonia is an old person's disease anyway. There's no way someone young like you would get it. Only grandparents get pneumonia. Besides, my friend's mom had pneumonia and she still cooked for her family. She didn't abandon her children. She's a real mom. She pushed through it. She didn't make excuses. She put her family first.
Young people can get pneumonia too. Plus, my cough is really bad and I don't want it to get worse. You want me to leave the hospital just to cook when I have a 104-degree fever? I can barely stand up. The nurses are monitoring me constantly.
But you're messaging by text right now. If you can move enough to do that with a 104-degree fever, there's no problem. Texting takes more energy than cooking. If you can type, you can cook. You're probably just lying in bed all day doing nothing anyway. Must be nice to have a vacation.
Huh?
Besides, my normal temperature is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So 104 degrees is only like 5.4 degrees increase. You're making such a big deal over 5 degrees.
My normal temperature is 93.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
Stop being so weak. You're just being lazy. A real mother wouldn't let a little fever stop her. Whatever, just discharge yourself and come home. There's not just cooking, but cleaning and laundry too. Lots to do. It's all part of your job as a housewife. Don't slack off just because of a fever. The house is getting messy. My uniform needs ironing. The bathroom needs cleaning.
But I'm feeling so ill. I can barely breathe properly.
I can't believe you're abandoning me like this. What kind of mother just leaves their child alone? A proper mother would never do this.
But
that's it! 0 points! This attention-seeking about being sick is super annoying. That's 0 points for making unacceptable comments as my mother.
What?
I mean, a grown adult who can't even manage their own health? It's unbelievable when you're supposed to be taking care of me. How can you take care of me if you can't take care of yourself? This is totally unprofessional. A real mother would push through this, but I guess I shouldn't expect that much from you. You're failing at the basics. Even if you come home now, you're getting 0 points for this week, Michelle. Your score is just dropping every minute. You'll never recover from this.
Amy, what exactly are these points you keep mentioning? I don't understand. What do you mean by 0 points?
Isn't it obvious? They're your points as a mother. Dad told me to send him scores about you. He wants regular reports. He needs to know how you're doing as a mother. I've been keeping track of everything you do, or don't do in this case. Every little thing gets scored. Every meal, every chore. I keep detailed notes. Dad reads everything.
What? Your father asked you to do this? To grade me? To spy on me? All this time?
Dad asked me before he left for his work assignment. He wanted me to tell him how things were going with you every week. So I've been scoring you and letting him know. Every single detail gets reported. Nothing escapes my attention. Everything all goes in the report. Every single mistake.
Wait a minute. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Kevin never mentioned anything about this. When did he ask you to do this? Why wouldn't he tell me? How long has this been going on?
Of course he hasn't mentioned this to you. That's the whole point of monitoring you. It wouldn't work if you knew about it. How else would we know if you're being a proper mother? I keep track of everything. Meals, cleaning, laundry, shopping, everything gets documented.
You've been doing this behind my back this whole time? All this time, everything I did was being scored? Every day? For how long?
Well, I can understand why Dad would worry. After all, you're just my stepmom. He wants to know if there's any trouble between us while he's gone. He needs to make sure you're treating me right. Can't trust a stepmom completely, right?
I understand that feeling, but secretly grading me, that's just... All this time I thought we were getting along. I tried so hard, every single day. I thought you were happy. I thought we were becoming closer as a family.
It's not really a secret anymore, though, is it? Now you know why you need to try harder. Maybe this will motivate you. You should be thanking me for helping you improve. This is for your own good. How else will you learn to be a proper mother? I'm doing you a favor, really. Now you know where you're failing. Oh my, but I never thought you'd actually score a 0, though. You're practically failing as a mother. When he sees this evaluation, he might even bring up divorce. You should be more careful. Dad takes these scores very seriously. He might even start looking for a better wife.
What did you say? A divorce? Just because I'm sick and hospitalized?
Dad really looks into these reports. He always asks for details. He reads every single word. He's probably already disappointed in you. If only I had my real mom! She definitely wouldn't get hospitalized even with a fever. She'd only do perfect 100-point mother actions. But since I only have a fake mom, of course she'd slack off and get hospitalized instead of taking care of me. My real mom would never let me down, unlike some people.
Please don't say such cruel things, Amy. I'm not getting hospitalized because I want to slack off. I'm staying in the hospital because the doctor says my condition is serious enough to require it.
So you're prioritizing what the doctor says over what I say? So my words are worth less than a doctor's? That's another 0-point statement as a mother. A good mother would prioritize her child's needs above everything else.
What?
Oh dear, poor unloved me. I might become depressed and turn into a shut-in. I wonder if someone who isn't even loved by their stepmom has any value in life.
Amy, please don't say such a thing.
Everyone at school will know how you abandoned me. Is that what you want? If you were entrusted with taking care of me, then fulfill your role properly. If you want to be my mother, get out of the hospital and make my dinner. Otherwise, I'm really going to send Dad that 0-point evaluation. I'm going to tell him everything about how you chose the hospital over me, how you left me all alone to starve. I bet he'll be really disappointed in you.
Michelle, are you feeling okay? I just got a call from the hospital too. Don't worry about things at home, just focus on getting rest first. Doctor said your condition is serious. He said your oxygen levels are concerning. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I've been so worried since I got the call. Why didn't Amy tell me how bad it was? I would have come home immediately.
Are you sure? With me in the hospital, Amy will be alone by herself. She's already upset about me being here hospitalized. She says I'm abandoning her. She's been sending me angry messages. She needs someone there. I feel so guilty about that.
It's not a big deal. Amy's in high school now. She can definitely manage living alone. She's old enough to take care of herself. I was already cooking for myself at her age. Who knows how to use the microwave, and there's plenty of food delivery services these days. There's even money in the emergency fund. She'll be fine for a few days. She needs to learn independence anyway. It might be a good opportunity for her. So stop worrying about her and focus on yourself.
But doesn't that make me a failure as a mother? Will I get divorced for scoring 0 points as a mother?
What do you mean? Points for what? And divorce? What are you talking about, Michelle?
A mother who can't even manage her health and ends up hospitalized. I guess neither Amy nor you need someone like me. Someone who can't even stay healthy. Who gets 0 points as a mother. Maybe Amy's right about everything. I'm just not good enough. I keep trying, but I always fail.
Michelle, you're scaring me. What's this about points, and what does that have to do with a divorce? Where's all this coming from? Has Amy been saying strange things? Tell me exactly what's happening. What has she been telling you? You're not making any sense.
Amy told me everything. You're having her grade me behind my back, aren't you? Having her secretly score how well I'm doing as a mother. Frankly, I find it really disgusting. How could you do this to me? All this time, every little thing I did was being judged. Every meal I cooked, every chore I did, everything was being scored and reported to you, like I was some kind of servant, being evaluated without knowing. How could you be so cruel?
What? Wait, this is a misunderstanding, Michelle. I never asked Amy to do anything like that. Please don't misunderstand. I would never do that to you. I trust you completely. Where is this coming from? Did Amy say something to you? What exactly did she tell you? Because this isn't true at all. I would never spy on you. I would never grade you. You're my wife, not an employee. I love and respect you.
What's there to misunderstand? Amy said she sends evaluations to you every week, and that it was on your instructions. She said you asked her to do this before you left. She's been scoring everything, reading every report, saying that you take it very seriously, that you're disappointed in me and might want a divorce, that I'm failing as a wife and mother.
What? It's all a misunderstanding, Michelle. I never asked her to do anything like that. Amy's been setting scores completely on her own. I would never do something so cruel to you. I would never spy on you like that. I love you and trust you completely.
Really?
Before I left, I just asked her to keep me updated on how things were going. Amy's in high school and she probably wouldn't contact me unless she needed something, right? But as a father working away from home, that made me sad. So I just asked her to let me know how things were going once a week. I never told her to strictly check and grade you.
So Amy misunderstood on her own?
I thought she was just joking around. Figured she was playing pretend as some kind of judge. I had no idea Amy was taking it this way. Amy made this all up. I'm so sorry she did this to you. We need to talk to her about this. This has to stop immediately.
So I won't get divorced even if Amy gives me 0 points for being hospitalized?
Of course not. Amy's always been strict for her checks, but I thought you were doing a great job. That's why I always replied to Amy saying Michelle deserved 100 points for working so hard.
Kevin.
I'm sorry Amy made you worry about so many things. You're already not feeling well, and this must have made you feel even worse.
Yes, it did. I was really torn between divorce and hospitalization.
Please stay in the hospital and rest without worrying. I'll talk to Amy. I'll even take some time off work and come back for a while.
Really?
I'll have a proper talk with Amy while you're in the hospital. I'll make sure you can live comfortably at home after you're discharged. So please focus on your treatment.
Hey, Michelle, it's already nighttime. I'm hungry. When are you going to come home? I've been waiting for hours. I'm so hungry that my stomach is growling. The fridge is totally empty except for some vegetables. There's nothing good to eat. I can't eat vegetables for dinner. That's not a proper meal. You know I need protein. How am I supposed to maintain my figure? What kind of mother leaves an empty fridge? Are you trying to starve me? This is what you call neglect, you know.
Unfortunately, I won't be coming home for a while. I've decided to stay in the hospital after all. The doctors say I need to stay. My condition hasn't improved enough. They're still monitoring my oxygen. The test results aren't good. I continue to need proper medical care here at the hospital.
Huh? What? You can't be serious. Stop joking around. I'm actually starving here. This isn't funny anymore. I need real food. Come home right now. Stop being so selfish. Think about me for once.
I'm sorry, but you'll need to manage food and daily life on your own. You can order delivery or make something simple. There are cooking videos online. The microwave instructions are on the fridge. You're old enough to do this on your own now.
You're just a stepmom. Do you think you can get away with that? If you really won't come home, I'm seriously going to send Dad that 0-point evaluation. I've been working on it all afternoon. I already drafted the message to him. Should I send it now? I wrote about how you're refusing to cook for your hungry daughter, how you abandoned me, how you're choosing the hospital over your family, how you're neglecting your duties, how you're being lazy, how you're failing as a mother, all of that.
Whatever, do as you like, but I'm definitely staying in the hospital. I need to focus on getting better. The doctors say it's important. My health has to come first right now. I can't risk getting worse. The pneumonia is serious.
A useless mother who abandons her daughter to go to the hospital. I don't need you anymore. I'll make Dad divorce you, so just disappear. If you're going to the hospital, don't ever come back to this house.
There you go with divorce again. I'm just going to the hospital because I'm sick.
You really don't want to get divorced, right, Michelle? Even though Dad has a kid from his previous marriage, he works for a big company and has money. Even I can see that Dad is handsome, so you don't want to let go of a husband like that. So you know what you need to do, right?
Amy.
So hurry up and discharge yourself from the hospital right now. Housekeepers get divorced if they slack off, you know? Dad always puts me first because I'm his daughter.
You're no longer my daughter.
Huh? Who is this? This should be Michelle's phone. Who's messaging from her phone? What's going on?
I can't believe you've been behaving like this all along. Until I saw the actual conversations, I couldn't believe it. And now I'm extremely disappointed. I've read everything you sent to Michelle, every single message, every threat you made. Just everything.
Wait, huh? Dad? Is that you? But why? I was talking to Michelle. Why do you have her phone? When did you get here? Are you at the hospital with her? Nobody told me you were coming. What's happening?
I came back urgently from my work assignment. When I heard my beloved wife had collapsed, I just couldn't keep working. I took the first flight I could get. I've been at the hospital for hours, reading every text, seeing how you've treated her, every cruel message.
Dad, that woman isn't worth your love. She's trying to get hospitalized and abandon me. It's totally unacceptable to slack off from taking care of me just because of a mere fever. You should tell her off too. You know how important my routine is. She's not doing her job. She's not good enough for our family. You deserve better than her.
It's not necessary, Amy. I've already arranged a new home for you. So don't worry about what comes next. Everything has been taken care of. The apartment is ready. Everything is set up for you to live there.
What? A new home? Oh, Dad, you're amazing! And you've already found a new wife? I knew it! You'd already figured out what a useless mother Michelle is! I knew you'd understand! You always know what's best!
What are you talking about, Amy? You'll be living in the newly arranged house all alone. Just you, by yourself. No new wife, no housekeeper. No one to take care of you. You'll learn to be independent, starting tomorrow.
Huh? Just me? What do you mean all alone? You can't be serious. This is a joke, right? You wouldn't do this to me. I'm your own daughter.
I'm not divorcing Michelle, and there's no new wife. You're going to live alone in the apartment I've arranged. You'll do all the cooking, laundry, and cleaning all by yourself from now on.
What? Wait a minute. What do you mean that I'm suddenly living alone? You can't do this. This isn't funny, Dad. I'm only in high school. You can't just throw me out.
Your father works for a big company and has money, right? You can easily arrange an apartment for my daughter to live alone. It comes fully furnished with appliances so you can move in right away. Pack your things and get moving. Isn't that what you kept telling Michelle? About how successful I am? About my money? The moving company will be there tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. sharp. Don't make them wait.
Just wait a minute. First, explain properly. Why do I have to live alone? I can't live by myself. I don't know how to do anything. Who's going to take care of me? You can't do this. I'm your daughter.
I'm doing this because Michelle doesn't need you.
Huh? What are you saying?
She doesn't need an ungrateful daughter. Michelle didn't marry me for this. She doesn't have to forgive everything you say just because she's your mother. Amy, live alone for a while. It's for your re-education. It's time you learn some responsibility. Time you understood what it means to take care of yourself. Maybe then you'll appreciate what others do for you.
No, this makes no sense at all. What do you mean Michelle doesn't need me? Michelle is your wife and my stepmom. Taking care of me is her job. This is so infuriating. You can't just throw me away like this. I'm your daughter.
Amy, isn't that what you said to Michelle? That you don't need her and she should leave? Did you say to others what you couldn't stand being said to yourself? How does that feel? To be the one who's not needed. To be the one who's told to leave.
Well, but that was different. I was just upset. I didn't mean it like that. You can't punish me for that.
I've seen all your conversations. How dare you act so high and mighty after all she's done for you? Thanks to your strict grading, I know how hard Michelle's been working. Every single report showed her dedication. Even your complaints prove how much she did for you. 3 meals a day, perfect lunches every day, clean uniforms, everything you demanded.
But I was just doing what you wanted.
Keeping the house spotless, cooking 3 nutritionally balanced meals from scratch every day, and doing all the other housework properly too. There's no other mother who would devote herself this much to one daughter. So what's with your attitude? This how you repay her? After everything she's done for you?
What? Why are you being so mean? I did what you told me to do, grading her and reporting how things were going. So why aren't you on my side? I was just being thorough. I wanted to make sure she was doing things right. I'm your real daughter. She's just someone you married. You're supposed to choose me.
I never asked you to do that. I just wanted to know if you two were getting along well. I never said anything about checking everything and giving grades. I wanted to know if you were happy, if you were bonding.
Huh? But I thought...
My precious wife might get depressed if she stays with someone like you. She might end up shutting herself in her room, not wanting to be graded anymore. Before that happens, Amy, you're the one who needs to leave. This is a father's order. Just pack your things right now.
Hey, why haven't you contacted me since getting out of the hospital? Normally you'd contact your daughter right away. Why aren't you coming to clean? It's been 2 whole weeks. You can't ignore me forever. I've been eating convenience store food for 2 weeks. My skin is breaking out. I've probably gained weight. My uniform is all wrinkled because I don't know how to iron. Everyone at school noticed. This is humiliating. You have to help me.
Huh? So you've been managing on your own? How is that working out? Are you learning?
There's no way I can suddenly live alone. I've never cooked or done laundry before, so come help me right now. I know you've been discharged. The apartment is a mess. Everything's dirty. There's dust everywhere. At least teach me how to use the washing machine. I ruined my favorite sweater. Nothing works right. I don't understand any of these appliances. The microwave keeps beeping. The vacuum cleaner smells weird.
I'm sorry, Amy. I have been discharged, but Kevin strictly told me not to help you. This is part of your learning experience. You need to figure things out yourself. Like you said, you're almost an adult. Time to act like one. Time to learn about responsibility.
What? Dad said that? He can't be serious about this punishment. He's being unreasonable. Tell him to stop this. You can change his mind.
Unfortunately, I can't, so don't rely on me and do your best alone. These days, you can find how to do cooking, cleaning, and laundry on social media. I'm sure you can figure it out if you look there. There are lots of tutorial videos. You're smart enough to learn by just looking at them. You can handle this.
Don't mess with me, you old hag! What kind of mother are you? This isn't what mothers do! You're horrible! You're enjoying all of this, aren't you? You're getting revenge!
What? Old hag? Is this how you treat people? Think about your behavior.
Dad's gone back to his work assignment, right? So if you help me a little, he won't know. But you're being stupidly honest and won't help me. What the hell? He'll never find out. Just come over once. You're being so mean.
Amy, please calm down. Name-calling won't help. You need to learn independence. This is for your own good. These are life skills you need. Everyone has to learn sometime.
If you won't help me, I'll call you an old hag forever. I'll never treat you like a mother. Is that okay? When I get married in the future, I definitely won't invite you to my wedding. I'll make sure you regret this. You'll be sorry.
Well, that's such a relief. For a bratty kid like you, you're saying some nice things. That will make things so much easier for me.
Huh? What do you mean? You're supposed to be upset. Why aren't you worried?
Call me an old hag or whatever you like. I'll call you a brat in return, so we're even. Let's get along with our mutual name-calling. It's quite freeing, actually. No more pretending.
What? This isn't how you usually talk. What happened to you?
Never treating me like a mother, was it? Please, do as you like. You've never really treated me like a proper mother anyway. I don't think I'd feel any emotion or attachment at a brat's wedding. It would probably be awkward anyway. One less social obligation to worry about. Less stress for me.
Wait a minute. Why aren't you hurt? Why are you happy about this? Shouldn't this be where you say things like, don't be so cold, or please don't hate me, I'll apologize? Shouldn't you be desperately apologizing to me? This isn't how it's supposed to go. Why aren't you begging for forgiveness?
Nope. I have no need to apologize to a brat. If you understand, go clean your room or something. You've got lots to do. Time's wasting.
What's with that attitude? Where did the usual kind Michelle go? You're acting weird. This isn't like you. Oh, maybe they gave you weird drugs at the hospital? Or the high fever damaged your brain and created a second personality? That has to be it. You're not thinking straight.
You have a normal temperature, but your brain seems damaged. I wonder if modern medicine has any treatment for that, though I doubt there's any medicine for severe attitude problems like yours.
Huh? You can't talk to me like this. Stop it!
The usual kind me is gone. Kevin told me don't push yourself anymore, so I've decided not to push myself and just say what I want to say. No more pretending to be perfect. I should have done this sooner. Much sooner.
So that's why you're calling me a brat? What kind of mother talks like that? How can an adult say such things to a child?
I don't want to hear that from someone who called me an old hag. High school students are practically adults already. Fix yourself before criticizing others, you brat.
What? I'm just a high school student. High school students are adults, but still children. We're in puberty and rebellion. We get special allowances. We're allowed to call our parents old hags. It's a normal phase. Everyone knows teenagers can say whatever they want. All my friends talk to their parents like this. You're supposed to be patient.
No, you're not, you brat. They get those allowances because their parents are extremely generous. It's because of years of built-up love and affection. But we don't have that kind of loving history between us, do we? You made sure of that with your constant scoring system, with your daily criticism.
Huh? But that's not fair. You're being mean.
In this situation, your insults just make me angry. Every time you throw verbal abuse at me, I like you less. I find it harder and harder to think of you as cute. Each cruel word pushes me further away. It's quite simple, really.